Welcome back, Brawlers and Baku Crew members. This time I'm taking a look at Nillious and Nillious' core fusion for Bakugan Armored Alliance. A little throwback series I'm doing since I never really spent a lot of time on that year because my channel actually started during Bakugan Rising. But with that out of the way, I want to welcome everyone watching and thank you all for watching because this channel would not be possible without awesome people like you. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. This is going to be the core Nillious for Armored Alliance. This is actually the little special edition, if you will, that was in the Dragonoid Gear Versus pack. I actually didn't get the pack myself. I traded for this one on the secondary market, so I don't have a lot of info on this one. But, you know what, that being said, I do say it is very elemental-like, just with the metallic, paint coating. Really reminiscent of what they did with the Trox and Pegasus in the Cubbo Versus packs. But that being said, here is the Nillious. Now, one thing that's really cool about this one is for a core Bakugan, it actually does have a manual part. Well, if I flip the legs around the right way, so you flip them forward, and you do get little legs with painted feet. So a lot of detail for a core right off the bat. Just the fact that it has interior painting, that is amazing. But I really like the metallic, right? It just screams Nillious. It just has that Darkus appeal. Very nice figure. You know, if I had to say, this is probably my favorite Nillious core. Now, there are a few molds I do like more than this, but as far as the core version, this one blows the Battle Planet one out of the water. I mean, just so detailed on the heads. You get the whole jaw, the jowl. I mean, even looks kind of angry. Definitely captures the essence of Nillious as a character in figure form. So, really cool, really neat. Definitely one of my top Bakugan. Very happy to have got it. But moving on to the Ultra in this set, like I said in the prior video with Hydrus and Batrix, the native fusion partners for the core Bakugan never really got a core version. So this is going to be Eenoch Ultra, which a fun fact about Eenoch here is it actually has 3 different Darkus releases. That's right, it was released in AA Darkus, so native, obviously, and its original printing, but it was also released as Darkus in Evolutions and Legends. So one of the only Bakugan to have 3 different Darkus printings, and I do have all 3. Maybe that's a video I'll make in the future. Just a really cool fact that I do like about Eenoch. And I mean, Eenoch as a figure and a character is very awesome. Sort of like a demon dragon-like Bakugan. Really cool. It's like if you took Demork and a Dragonoid and you like melded them together. That would be pretty close to Eenoch, at least in my opinion. A lot of really great paintwork. I love the colors of Armored Alliance. They're almost like neon, very vibrant, really noticeable. They really pop. Just like this green under the light, it almost looks like it's glowing. It's just so great for a figure, and it's what you want to see on a Bakugan. And just really good sculpting. It's a shame Spin Master dropped the ball with G3 because the second generation was peak. They really had something going, if you just ironed out that trading card game, just should have kept going with this. Like, why ruin it? Why you gotta mess up something that's great? I don't know. They got Paw Patrol to rely on, so it's not like they ever cared to begin with. Just giving my 2 cents. So that is Eenoch. Now getting on to the fusion, which this little guy can be really tough to find despite being in one of the starter deck packs. I thought this was going to be common on the secondary market, but to my disbelief, it took me a little while, a little over a month to track down, via eBay and Cube sources. So kind of a pain, but I appreciate everyone who helped me along on the hunt. Actually sniped this from a lot listing on eBay, but got the seller to sell it to me separately. So that was very nice. Really clutch score there. But here is Nillious and Eenoch fused. I know there's not a lot of Eenoch there, definitely more Nillious than anything, but for these fusions, that's usually the point, right? The primary or main Bakugan always bleeds through the most, if you will. So this is pretty much like bulky, chunky Nillious. I would equate this to the Dragonoid and Treaderous fusion. It's pretty much if Nillious and Dragonoid went to the gym. That's a good way to describe these fusions. But that doesn't mean they're bad, right? They're really cool. Again, the fact that we have interior paint, that is just crisp detail. Anytime I see that on a Bakugan, I definitely appreciate that. And the different colored eyes, right? You got to do that for Nillious because that is something that's very distinct. And it's a detail that I really want to see whenever I do get a Nillious. I want those eyes to have different colors just because that is how it is, right? But anyway, really cool. These ones not manual, so the feet on the fusion, they are spring-loaded. That's pretty nice. Actually, there's not a single manual part on the fusion. That is something else, but we do have those gear peg holes, so one on the back and then two on the hands. Again, just like the Dragonoid and Treaderous. A lot of similarities between these two fusions, I'm just now realizing as I'm looking at this. Pretty interesting. So let's go through the closing. So I'm assuming you're going to throw the head back and the feet back. Close in the arms, that's right. And then the wings. And then that tail is going to slide in. Oh, it kind of slips in really nice there. And yeah, so that is how you close the fusion. Mine's a little loose, but it stays, so it counts. Moving on to Eenoch, pretty simple. He did have manual horns that I did pop out without even telling anyone. But yeah, horns are manual, so you're going to want to fold those down. Head goes down, feet extend back. Then you're going to want to line up the wings. Make sure they don't go too far over because they will. And that's a pain. You want to line it up with the tail. And then the little backpack clicks right over the feet and holds Eenoch all together. Really cool Ultra. Also really good, not on the gate cards obviously, but on Bakucore, really pops. So then for the Nillious, those manual feet are going to pop backwards, heads down, wings, and then the tail folds right over. And that is how you close these Bakugan, and that's how you wrap up a video. So thank you all for watching, and until next time, stay safe, drome up, and Bakugan Brawl.